Hi everyone and welcome to today's card tutorial. I am working on a card here from the Altenew Educator program. I've chosen this card style, which is an angled card front, from the With a Twist class from Therese Calvird. Now Therese talks a lot in her class about playing with your existing stamps, dies and inks, and she shows you alternative ways to how to stretch your supplies. So today I'm actually just recreating one of her cards with an angled front. I've chosen a different stamp set. I've used the Frosted Gardens flowers with the green Meadows ink. I've got some leftover mint cardstock here which I'm going to place in the inside part of the card so you can see the mint peeking through, and some Wow embossing powder in metallic gold rich and superfine, and I'll also use the Opaque bright white for the sentiment from the Kind Reminders stamp set. To embellish, I will be using some clear sequins as well to finish the card off. I will use the lightest of the ink quads here, and I'm going to just stamp the leaves only. So they have got a frosted leaves trio set, and then they've got little individual leaves which are outlined. So I'm going to first stamp the full leaf set here. Then I'm going to fill in the gaps with a shade lighter. So I've used Minty Mist first, Minty Mint, then I'm going to use Sweet Leaf. These are beautiful muted mint tones. I really love the complementing colors of mint. I don't use it enough. So I purposely chose a color where I haven't reached for very often. I love the color and I love it when I use it, but I've been into the bolds and brights lately, and that's a lot has to do because of the colors that I'm playing with as part of my Altenew Educator program journey. So I'm just gap filling here. I secured it down with some washi tape on my Altenew mat, and then I'll adhere this down with my Barely Arts glue here. This is a thinner consistency, and the reason why I've been going to this lately is because of the nib. It's got a fine tip nib, and it's been really useful for my sentiments, but it gives good coverage as well. So I have stamped with the clear ultra slow drying ink here, and I'm going to pour generously my embossing powder with the gold rich, and I'm just going to tap off any excess. I've got my heat tool here, and I'm going to put it on heat setting 2 because I really want to melt this powder in. Now this cardstock is a little bit thicker as well, and so I needed to make sure it was the heat tool was warm and ready to go beforehand. Now once I've heat set that, I will fussy cut this out with my paper snips, and then I'm going to try and figure out the placement where I want it. I knew I wanted this one. I'm trying to figure it out, and you see me kind of fussy around a bit too much on it. Now I did stamp the inner part of the floral, which I know there's a word for it, but it doesn't come to mind, and I'm going to use the Sweet Leaf, which is the darker of the mints collection that I used for that card front panel. And then I will adhere that down again with my Barely Arts glue. I'm trying to figure out where not to place the glue, so that's where I've kind of held in my hand between my thumb and finger, do not put the glue here. So it was definitely one of those don't stuff it up moments. Once I've pressed that down securely, I then work on the sentiment. Now I use the leftover part of that cardstock and heat set with Opaque bright white embossing powder the sentiment. Now the sentiment I've chosen says, "You are amazing." Lately, more so in the last 6 months, I have been doing nothing but encouraging cards. I have a lot of friends I've met, crafty friends I've met along the way, more recently, and our paths have crossed, and I've been feeling so overwhelmed with blessings. So I wanted to make sure everything most of the cards I'm making, apart from my staple birthday cards, I am consciously working and sending out my thank you cards and just gratitude cards in general. I cut this on an angle, kind of going with that theme, that angle theme, and then I will adhere this down with some foam squares, and then I'm just going to give it a little bit of a haircut on the overhang side. Just making sure I've pressed down securely and just giving it a little snip. To finish the card off, all I'm going to do is add some clear sequins here and just placing it around sporadically. Now, just before, the reason why I'm picking up excess sequins is as I opened it, I was a bit heavy-handed with my twist motion, and it just went everywhere. So that's why I was picking up sequins and didn't realize there was some left on the card. So then I'm going to just place this around, nothing spectacular, and just placing this on there. So that is my card for today's theme with a twist. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it inspires you to look at your card fronts differently. And I can't wait to read your comments. Thank you for your support and friendship, and I look forward to hearing from you. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell notification if you want to see more of my tutorials, and even like my tutorial if this is something you want to see more of. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a blessed day. See you later.